What's up, guys? It's Brian from Ashford Hub. It's about 8:56 a.m. Eastern Time, February 19, 2018. Coming to you with a trading video. This is going to be on Bitcoin. But first, hit the subscribe button, hit the notification bell, upvote, resteam. That's on Steemit or DTube. And if you guys aren't on it, totally should get on those platforms. Links are down below as usual. Also, a Facebook trading team link is down below too. So let's get right into it here. So last night we left you with this 535 potential, and you can see I'm drawing a bunch of stuff here, so I don't need to count like I was in grade school in front of everybody. You know, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 ABCs. You know, so on and so on. So let's go in a little bit closer. Okay, so what we were thinking about was this 535. We were thinking this is going to be 5, this is going to be 3, and then we'd have another 5 down. Now, so now this is, you know, an A, B, and a C, and you know this got cut off quite quickly, to say the least. We have this trend line that we've drawn some time ago, which kind of indicates kind of like a, you know, a channel within a channel. So maybe the market's kind of jumped up into this higher channel here, especially with all the volume. That possibly could be the case. It's providing another level of support, which is always a good thing, obviously, if you want to see the market going up. When we also left you guys last night, we left you with this line here on the RSI, and we were saying, well, we have to see whether or not the market pops above this, right? And I think we were like around here or something like that. So you could see, at least on the RSI as well, that the market is rejecting this this trend line. I'm going to get to this trend line in a few minutes here. So possibly this may be the A, the B, and the C. In other words, the 535 that we've been looking for. So let me zoom in and kind of make sense of this for you guys. So this is the 5 waves down. This is the 3 waves up, the ABC up. You know, which is the 3 waves that's going in a reverse direction from the first you know, large wave down, or for the first countdown. And then we have the smaller 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now the question becomes: are we looking at things in too small of a scale? And that's always the difficulty with Elliott Wave theory. So if this was 5 waves down, then you'd imagine that this 5 waves down would be of somewhere around equivalent scale, to say the least. So it leaves things open. In other words, I can't definitively say that this is a motive wave coming off of this A, B, C, right? Off of this 535. I can't definitively say that this is a motive wave going up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You can also see that we have this resistance now, a support line of 10,850 approximately that we drew. I don't know if it was last video or the video before. And excuse me, and we're seeing that the market is now, it tried breaking above it a whole bunch of times, and finally it broke above it with some higher volume. This second candle here with this even higher volume tried to push the market up even more, and we don't get that. And the market had come down, it's coming down, and it's bouncing, along this, 10,850 level. Okay. Really cool thing to see. The Laguerre RSI, bottomed out here, and then it shot back straight up with this volume candle right here. Okay, but one thing I do want to mention is that look at the tops, right? We have a top here, a top here, and now we have a top here. We have a top here, we have a top here, and look, this one isn't really, it's higher. Don't get me wrong, but it's still kind of like meandering around this resistance line now. This resistance slash support line right here. Okay, and this thing comes, let's look at things. Yeah, okay, so this resistance, support line now comes from something that's around 2-hour basis. Okay, So this is something that the market needs to jump above if we're going to go ahead and jump above decisively if we're going to go ahead and really kind of continue to make our way up here. If this is truly a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, then clearly we're going to have some sort of correction here. But even this 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 here just looks kind of small. It just doesn't feel right. And a lot of this Elliott Wave theory, Elliott Wave count stuff is also about feeling. This is the art and the science. So it just seems to be too small. And yes, we're looking at a 30-minute basis, but even still, it seems to be too small. So another way to look at this is that this is an A, this is B, and then we're going to have a C. And you can see I denoted that right here. Okay, C, B, A, right? A, B, C. So this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then we would have here, this would be A, B, C. Okay, got it? This is the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then we have A, B, C, right? And then, so this is the larger A, B, C. So it'll still be a 535, but it's a 535 of larger magnitude, a larger magnitude. I still believe that this 10,000 level is still is still a good level. Okay, and the reason why is because this really didn't retrace all that much. And why do I think it should retrace more? Because this hardly retraced here. Okay, this hardly retraced here. So I think that this should retrace more. Okay, and I'm thinking a 10,000 level is just something that just sounds nice. It's closer to if I remember, I haven't done this in a few days. Okay, so if you look at it from the bottom, to the top here, you see about 0.236 lands on about 10,000. So you'd imagine that we would at least for this fifth wave right here. I'm sorry, for the fourth wave right here, that we would have at least a retracement of at least 0.236 or more, and that would make us about 10,000 level, where we haven't even gotten there yet. Another way to go ahead and look at it is actually looking at it from here, right? Looking at the actual wave itself, right? Not the entire larger wave, but the smaller wave. And you look at it from here, right? So you'd imagine that at least we would be able to get to the 0.382, okay? Because the correction going from 1 to 2 is very small. Okay, so the correction from the fifth should be, should try to get to at least 0.382, and that's all around the 10,000 level. So that's why I think 10,000 kind of makes a lot of sense. So the question becomes now, what is all of this right here? And really, it's only time can tell. So either this is a larger A, B, C, right, where we're then now going to have our 5 waves down, and 10,000 looks like a good place to start to start as far as a place to stop. Or we could go ahead and this could be a motive wave coming up. We're just going to have a small consolidation, and the market's going to move up from there. I don't think that the likelihood of that is high. And another thing I want to show real quick is this. So if I just take a line from the bottom here and I project it across, it fits this pretty nicely. It fits this pretty nicely. Okay, it looks really good as far as I'm concerned. Now, what would that mean? That would mean that we would have a top here, okay, of this channel. Right? Maybe something like this. So we would have a large, like, ascending wedge, which isn't necessarily bullish at all. It's pretty bearish. But I don't like it, you know, all that much. I just think it's just something I just kind of have my eye on in the background. So in the meantime, what do we really need to look at? Kind of look in summary. Is this going to continue to spike up? If this continues to spike up, and this is truly a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, then the chances are that the more that this goes up, the less that this is an ABC. Right? At least in my viewpoint. If this continues to go up, then there's a good chance that, you know, the four is really is really here. I'm sorry, this 4, and then we're gonna have a 5th wave that comes up here, which is the top of this channel. Okay, remember the top of this channel right here, and possibly we may get there. Probably not gonna get there, but we'll probably get there somewhere around here, which is if we continue the same trajectory. If we don't, then you know, the 5th wave can be somewhere over here, but now we start running into the top over here, right? Which just doesn't look all that nice. But that's totally fine still, even for Elliott wave theory, in certain circumstances. So I think that's really about it for right now. Again, let's just keep an eye on this RSI level right here, seeing if it's going to break above decisively. And yeah, that's about it. Happy trading, and speak to you guys soon.